My name is Kendall Saltzman, and I have ALS. Since I've been diagnosed with this disease, I can no longer walk or use my hands. And very difficult to speak.
January of 2010, Kendall began to experience weakness in his right hand. He couldn't even start his own truck. After seeing many doctors with many visits and specialists, in October of 2010, Kendall was diagnosed with ALS, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease. This was a very hard diagnosis for us to accept. I fell in love with Kendall the first time I met him in the hospital while he was recovering with severe burns from a private plane crash. We met, and 6 months later we were married. That was over 34 years ago. Kendall is a fifth-generation farmer. He farmed rice for 37 years. He was not afraid of a hard day's work. I love my husband with all my heart, and I want to grow old with him.
Saltzman. My father, Kendall Saltzman, was diagnosed with ALS approximately 1.5 years ago. And since that time, he has had a drastic decline in his physical ability, his ability to walk, his ability to use his hands. It's been somewhat of a difficult transition to see a man who did physical labor all of his life as being a farmer to someone who now is physically handicapped.
My name is Keith Saltzman. I am Kendall's second child of 3. I'm a part of this video to try to get support from my father in his fight against ALS. Can't imagine a life without my dad. He has taught me everything I know about being a man. He is the most honest and loyal person I've ever known. I, unlike my brothers, am not married yet. And I have asked my father to be my best man in my wedding. I don't know when that will be, but I need him to be there for me because he's the best man I know.
My dad has been a real, you couldn't have asked for a better person to raise you. He taught us so much in our lifetime. You can only begin to comprehend. I am the person I am today because of him and my mother and the way they raised us. He wasn't really just my dad, he was my best friend. He taught me how to hunt, and we did that together. And he taught me how to work, how to contribute my work ethic to him. I could sit down and have a conversation and talk about anything, just as if I was talking to an old friend of mine. So he was more than just a dad to me. He was my best friend.
My father is a fifth-generation farmer. He has farmed for over 30 years, and his daily example of discipline and hard work has given me my life's anchor. It's given me the ability to draw on his example and to know what is possible, what is within my reach as far as dedication, hard work, and the fruits that will come of those labors.
Alice and I have a 1.5-year-old son. It's our only son, and this is also the only grandchild to my parents. I believe a grandfather is a very important part of a child's development, to growth, you know, to learn and to have someone to go do things with. And, you know, it's a very sad thought to think that the disease that takes my dad, then Eli will not have a grandfather.
I'm here with my son Kevin and my grandson Eli. And hopefully I can see Eli grow up, teach him the things I taught my son.
There are many medications right now that are in clinical studies in the third phase of the FDA approval. These medications won't be released for at least another year, and I don't know if my dad has that much time. My plea to ask all those who see this video to please sign the petition and help in our fight. Without your help, we will lose this battle.
This compassion to use drugs is our only option at this point, and we need this to allow him more time.
We're requesting, begging that the use of these drugs is made available to him.
I love my husband, and I want to grow old with him. His only hope is compassionate drug use, and he needs it now.
I have one grandson, and I would like to be here to watch him grow up.
If I could take the smile and put it back on your face, I would. If I could take the rain away from this lonely place, I would. Just to get a change and see if the sun can still rise the way it should. Just to get a change and see if life can go on the way it used to go on. Ooh, na na na. If I could take your hand and hold it close in mine, we could run away, get away, you know I would this time. Just to get a change and see if the sun can still rise the way it should. Just to get a change and see if life